Hey, it's me. Just out making some moves, shaking a baby. And you know, it's a really nice day out. I want to say it's like in the low 70s degrees. The sun is shining on me, and I love that because it is October. It's like the middle of October, and not only is it the middle of October, but it's actually warm. It's been warm since yesterday and today, and hopefully for the rest of the week. Um, so yeah, it's been like 70, and there had been like some cooler days, but I was really excited because like it was not too bad in the morning too. Like I actually was pretty warm in the morning, and then it got bright throughout the day. So I look forward to that. Hopefully lasting for the week, for the next 2 weeks, because I do plan on moving soon to a warmer climate. Because I'm over this cold shenanigans. Because I'm currently in the DMV, and it's slowly but surely becoming fall. And like it's beautiful because like the leaves are changing and all that. I kind of don't care. I want to see palm trees. Okay, that's the type of vege- vegetation that I would like to see personally. See, look, the sun is shining. Hey, okay, yes, and it's nice. Okay, it's warm. This is my kind of weather, if not hotter. Quite frankly, I'd rather it be like 80 degrees. Okay, so yeah, I'm traveling right now. I was just not necessarily getting some work done, doing some like studies. But I kind of dozed off a little bit, not gonna lie. Um, but it was nice to kind of like be seated somewhere, like by myself without distraction, and you know, it was quiet. I was alone, and there wasn't really anybody in the way or anything like that. So very grateful for that. See, look at the sun is shining. This is what I'm talking about. And I'm laid up a little bit, but it's really nice out. It's warm. There's a little bit of a breeze, but it's like a warm breeze. That's the vibe. Okay, and it just needs to stay like this. Because that's just my kind of energetic, um, glowing aesthetic and such. But yeah, so I figured I'd highlight that. I know there's a lot going on in the world, but I want to try my best to stay focused on the positive because it's easy to complain, and there is always something to complain about, whether it's politics or personal issues or whatever the case may be. But I'm just going to highlight the good. And first off, is this weather, for me at least. It's bright out, it feels nice, the sky is dry, and the sky is pretty clear too. There's some clouds, but not too much in the way of the sun. So I love that. And then, I've been finding spaces to get my work done and undistracted. There was one time where I was at Starbucks, just like working on music because I had to make some more CDs so I can sell them. Because as you know, I am a musician, and I've been selling CDs to just get by. And in the midst of me selling CDs, of course, I have to make more because gratefully I've been selling out of CDs, right? So I've been selling MP3s, CDs, and flash drives. I sold out of flash drives a while ago, and I haven't gotten a new batch. I was just selling out of the merch that I had on me. And I said this on my last live stream that I had flash drives, like a pack of color flash drives for a while. One set I had with the Divine Project on it, and then I wasn't going to make the next batch until I got close to selling out of that one. And so when I did sell out, I'm like, okay, I have rebranded the project to I1 Infatual World of Neptune. And I'm like, okay, so I'll tweak the new batch of flash drives to Infatual World of Neptune. And it was easy because I already had like the content from the last group. I just have to switch a few things around a little bit and update the music, the cover art, and like the title of some of the songs, the lyric book, and then that was pretty much it, right? And I sold out of the flash drives in a week, so that was positive. And I'm excited about that because I never thought that. Well, not never thought, but even though like I do the work in hopes that it would be successful, sometimes like naturally, sometimes you could get a little bit discouraged when things move a little bit slower than you want to. And for me, I was just like, I don't know if anybody gonna buy this music. I know I got CDs and CD cases and all the materials to make the CDs, but I don't know if anybody's really gonna buy it or not. And my whole thing was like, it's like I would do the work to prepare for the success, but I would be like skeptical if I would actually like get to the success or not. And so when it happens, I'm very grateful. And I guess it's kind of like that thing when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right? So even though it took me a while to sell the first batch, I had the second batch ready just in case I would sell out, even though it took a while. And then sure enough, by the time I got to the second batch, it sold out in a week. So I'm very grateful for that. Now I'm working on CDs. So for the CDs, now the project is officially rebranded, which was another part of the process that I was excited to get to, like changing the cover and the name of the project and everything. So I'm excited I finally got to that point. And then not only that, but I've been selling, like I said, probably in the last live stream, close to 100 sales, right? I think about like either 20 to 21 or 22 sales away from 100. I haven't sold a whole lot recently. I'm not gonna lie. The game's been kind of like slowed up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. September. Oh Lord. Hold on. Okay, give me a second. Get myself together. September. Okay, hold on. Had been a good month for me, sales wise. I'm trying to get my hair together because I got this one strand that's like out. All right. All right, here we go. So September was a good month for me. I got $1,000 and half sales, half donations, right? And so the frustrating thing about that is like I did save a lot of it, but then of course like I have to cover expenses too. Like I gotta pay my phone bill, my gym membership because that's where I go to take a shower and whatnot. And then I gotta do what's the name? And then food I gotta cover for Angie and everything. Make sure Angie is good. So and then I originally scheduled to move already, so I had the tickets booked. I had everything ready. Then at the last second, shit changed. So I had to you know hold back for a little bit, which is annoying because I was ready. I had everything that I needed to be ready. I had my car ready, my money was ready, the train tickets was ready, and the towing was ready. Only thing was it wasn't the price that they said it was going to be. So now I have to reschedule with a more legitimate company. So, and it forced me to have to delay things a little bit. And then I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. These last few weeks um, have been a little bit I don't know. I just kind of had to regroup and reassess the next moves, right? And so I kind of the last few days I worked on that, figuring out all right, this is my goal. This is how much money I want to receive, and this is the time period in which I want to do that. And so this is the my goals for this week to the day and this and that. So I'm a little bit more organized this time around to get back here and grind it out and really put the work in for what I need so I can make this move because like I said, it's almost fall. But luckily the weather has been really good these last few days. And hopefully it stays like that until I'm in a space where the weather is consistently good for days to come. Okay? All right. So, I've had to figure out what the next move is going to be and, just put the work in. And yeah, and I'm excited. I'm excited to, figure out what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, and everything. And, stay focused on what I need to handle and get done so I can make the next best move. So, anyway, you know, but in the meantime, I'm really grateful to the folks that's been helping me out and the folks that's been you know, supportive and donating and purchasing CDs and giving me a positive word and checking on me and not checking on me on no shady weird shit, but really genuinely looking out to make sure I'm good and you know, and that's cool. And I love that for me because of course there's distractions, but I'm trying my best to not pay attention to it so much, you know, because you know I'm grateful that I've gotten to a point in my life where things don't really scare me that much. It's just okay, or whatever. But I do get frustrated. And I'm more concerned about other people's well being than it is me. Because I know I'm good and I'm blessed. But I'm don't get in my way and don't try me. Because that'll be your detriment. But I try not to focus on that, right? I try to focus on the blessings. I try to focus on the positive, the things that are working out, the people who are helpful, the people who do look out, the people who are positive. And sometimes it's hard when you're dealing with people who are you know, fall for the negativity and lean into the toxicity of it all. But this is why we detox, right? This is why we get clarity. So, you know, I know right now it's like the evening, but it's still bright out. And hopefully these clouds will move out the way. Because, like I said, the sun was shining, which was up. I'm here for that. And even though my car is in the process of getting back up and running, gas prices ain't bad. At first, I seen like maybe like last week, I saw gas prices was like at $3, and then I saw it drop back to 29, and then down to 28, and now it's at like 27. And I'm like, okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. Well, depending on where you are and what your prices usually are. But yeah, I'm just like, okay, that's what's up. But yeah, so that's just kind of been what's been going on with me. I have some things to handle, but for now, um, I just kind of took a pause because I'm out here walking. Okay, let me get the aesthetics right. But yeah, I'm like somebody, and because it's like warmer out, people been out like grilling and whatnot. So I'm like, it smell pretty good out here. Um, but yeah, and you know what? I just want to say like thank you to everybody that's been supportive, whether I see it or not, and people that like look out and put a positive word out there and put positive content out there, and who are just like a light for me. I'm really grateful for that. You know, and yeah, because sometimes, when you're dealing with your day to day life and it feels like most of your experiences are negative, it's kind of hard to see the positive. And every now and then, like, I get the reassurance that, like, there's people rooting for me, and there's people who, want the best for me and who genuinely want to help and support and, and see to it that I get to my destination and, every day lead on the path of like righteousness and freedom. And and I understand we're in a particular space and time where everybody's worried about their own things, so they can't really like address it head on. But I see it. And sometimes it could be a little tricky because you never know people's intentions. Some people could act like supportive just to get close to you and then do a bait and switch type of thing. But I rebuke that. And I speak to it that God heightens my discernment so I can see it early and always stay ready and be prepared and not even head on that journey. But to the people who genuinely look out, who support, who uplift me, who donate, who purchase, who give me a good word, some good advice that really helps build my business or just build my self-esteem and my confidence and keep me in the right headspace as I go through the things that I'm going through. I'm really grateful. I look forward to being in a new area, um, a positive space where the weather is better consistently. And I know hurricane season is pretty much over where I'm heading. So that's a positive. Because, the other day, I was like venting and I was like, if I want to be in a hurricane, then I want to be in a hurricane. Just because, like, when I was moving, it was still hurricane season. I know it doesn't end until like mid October, early November. And so the weather where I was looking, it's pretty good now. It might be like a rainy day every now and then because of humidity and stuff like that, but that's nothing I can't handle. But it's nice weather though, so I'm just trying to gear everything up so I can make the moves that I need to make and really just like go for it and not take no for an answer and really go where I need to go and just make shit work and figure it out. And whoever like helps me and is consistent with the help, thank you. Because sometimes I'll get help and then the help don't work because whatever, and whatever, it's fine. Things happen, so I'm not gonna harp too much on that. But I'm grateful for when the things work out and when people look out and people use their influence and their power or just their resources to like aid me in my journey, and I'm really grateful for that. But if you want to support at all, this is my Cash App right here. I am still selling CDs. Um, might as well do my whole marketing thing, right? Because I am a businesswoman, but I'm selling CDs. I got my merchandise on me. So hold on, give me a second. Let me work my marketing magic. But yeah, I'm selling CDs, or if you just want to donate and support, I'm really grateful for that. Um, hold on, let me get it together. All right, it smells like somebody barbecuing back here. Um, but yeah, I got my CDs. I got CDs that I'm still selling physical copies as well as digital copies. So you can get an emailed link to the project as well as a physical copy. If I happen to see while I'm out in the DMV or wherever I'm moving to, then you can get a physical copy. Once I get my website up and running, I might be able to like mail stuff eventually. But for now, the digital platform is the best for like social media and stuff like that. So if you want to support it all, you can go to any of my social media, send me a message, send me your email, and then I can send you the MP3 of the project, and then you can support, donate, purchase on Cash App or Venmo, wherever. Either way, it's appreciated, and I'm grateful in advance. And that's how you can support the art and the creativity in my business, because it is a little real out here. And I'm just doing the best that I can with what I got. And I'm grateful for anybody that's willing to support me in any capacity. And whether it's a purchase, whether it's a donation, whether it's both. There's people who have done both. There's people who have donated and purchased, and or just donated and said just keep the money, or purchased and said keep the change, and or donated and got the CD as a gift to somebody. So I'm so grateful for the support that I've had thus far, and I'm grateful for the support that I look forward to meeting along the way. I have some moves to make and I do have to head out soon. But I figured I'd put that word out there. Again, this is my Cash App, and then Venmo is Narisse, NARISSE hyphen MCALLISTER, which is my last name, McAllister, hyphen one. So Narisse hyphen McAllister hyphen one. That's my Venmo. Okay, so make sure you do the one that's the hyphen one. Okay, all right, that's the one to look for. And then this is my Cash App. So $ NarisseM right at the bottom corner here. If you want to support, if you want to purchase a project, just let me know. Hit me up on social media. Let me know your email. I'll email you the link, and then purchase. But you have to purchase first, okay? So if you want to purchase the project and help support, you got to message me. Let me know that you want to purchase it. Send me your email, and then after you send me the email, and then you make the purchase, then I'll send you the project. Okay? All right. Because we got to make sure the business stays intact. Okay. All right. So thank you again for everybody that's been supporting. I really appreciate y'all. And thank you for those who are still in the process of deciding whether you want to purchase or if you donated, whatever. I'm grateful. I appreciate y'all very much. And may y'all have a blessed day. May y'all take care. And I hope y'all enjoy the music. Let me know. Let me know what song is your favorite. And also check out my SoundCloud too, because my SoundCloud has more of my recent music, like Breaking Out the House, Correspondence. I've done cover art there. I mean, cover songs and cover art too, because I am a visual artist as well. I style, edit, direct. I do film. I do photography. I build my sets. I do the lighting. I do the editing. I do all of it. So just as much as I'm a creative with the music and the sonics, I also do visuals as well. So, I mean, I'm a young female entrepreneur out here, not just a creative, very much a creative, but also an entrepreneur. And, I'm a businesswoman. I got a market out here because, it is what it is. So, much gratitude for the success that I've been receiving thus far, and the continued success that I will continue to receive because, I'm putting the work in out here. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And, yeah, that's it. So have a great day. Much love to y'all again. And I appreciate all the love, and I appreciate all the support and all the blessings and all the positivity and everybody, putting a good word and suggestive things and, just anything to help elevate me and my situation. I'm very grateful for y'all. And go buy Infatual World of Neptune because I already won. Doesn't matter what the situation is. It don't matter what the situation is because I already won. Amen. All right. All right. Stay blessed, and I'll see y'all later.